Greetings, one and all, to the most cursed, most cringiest corner of the internet. A YouTube channel content creator actively alienating everyone, both the analog and digital world. Welcome, good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8. Do you care if I use the cheat engine? Give myself items during this. Does it matter? Notice anything different? Really thought I dodged that. I showed this off in the Deep Labs playlist. You guys get the idea. I know I can't show off the MG thing on the bestiary because it doesn't show up. Takes forever to... This turns 11 into anime girls. This is another thing that does a ton of bosses. But I don't know if it'll show up in the bestiary at all. It does seem like a pretty thorough mod, so maybe it does. Doesn't seem to. I'll also use this one. Let's go new run. Obviously it's gonna... Oh. Okay. Well, at least OBS didn't crash. I was about to say, at least it's obviously going to have a few odd effects, because the Rolls is a different type of cheat engine that is actually a mod, rather than the debug console. But since we had to back out and go back in, let's see if those bosses show up now. Sometimes you have to restart the game in order for stuff to load. Taking a minute. Nope. Okay, well. New run. God mode. And obviously you see some items there, like some things set up to give you a random item you start, and 99 keys, and some interesting things. There we go. And does stuff every floor, given Yep. Type that and I spawn this. Used to be a separate thing up here for mods. Random boss. No endgame boss. We'll just go random bosses. Which means this will probably pop up at some point. Hi. Notice type J. Unspawn things. Alright, if you guys want to. Boobs. And like I said, there is a version of this that is in SFW. There's also a separate mod to change the mom's feet to be I have a mod that makes the Dark Esau into an anime girl. Used a first person mod and spawned 1,000 of them. Why is it dark? I want to be able to see what's... Hi, Hush. Well, none of those are the bosses I want. Can I not spawn the mod boss? The ones that exist because of the mod. Nope, I don't see any of them. Are all my debug options again? Well, let's just go ahead a tiny bit. I think it's this one. There we go. That's not loading right. Big tank. Why are you also here? Okay, the duels mod may be messing some certain things up. Turn that off, probably crash everything. New God mode. And we crashed. But OBS did not crash, thankfully. Sometimes OBS crashes and just exit a game, or if a game crashes. Like I said, the MG texture thing makes a bunch of just all the monsters are anime girls. New game. Dog mode. Probably not. Well, that helps. I would have re-rolled that. Okay. Well, that's funny. Here's the seed, by the way. The one they make that more fitting of Black Candle was also in there. Yeah, at first I was like, I'm gonna dodge. I'm like, nah. I'm invincible. Doesn't matter. I once went to floor 9000 in Infinite Basements. That took a couple months. Why? Okay, fine. That's the thing, right? Nope. Thank you. Hi, Dob corrupt something. This is the mixed bosses mod that adds like 100 bosses. I'm supposed to shoot the brain. Gotcha. Oh, some more damage. I needed the more damage. I don't know if it affects the Satan statues or what floors it affects. No. Can I just change the boss? I just want to see the... It'd be nice if I could like tweak the percentage chances of different bosses to occur. I wanted to pick up the luck thing. Okay, I'm trying to show off the bosses of the mod and not really working out very well. Then people are like, well, you're not supposed to play the game like this. Supposed to like, oh, put the mods in. It's just a nice little flavoring that you like. Like, oh, look, we ran into this unique boss. After all, it's like 100 plus bosses. You're not going to see all of them in one run anyway. Even though you technically have every floor mod on right now, which lets you go through every floor. We'll say this mod, the mixed mod thing, it's cool. You get the idea. There's like 100 plus of these in here. Alright, the angels are still Steve Buscemi. Bored. I already saw the tank. I think it replaces the creep spider. I don't know why we're bothering to dodge. But yeah, the MG texture mod just makes a bunch of anime girls. Like I said, I used first person mods and some interesting stuff in the Deep Labs playlist. No. I don't know, are there cathedral ones? There probably are. Sure. I don't think they changed this guy. Okay, not really accomplishing what I wanted to do. I'll just explain the mods that are on here. Deep Labs, something you need to play Deep Labs. Custom Stage API, something you need for just about most, like 90% of the mods like this. Same with this. Doors for improved backdrops. I probably should have had that off earlier. That was probably messing with a couple things. Resprite for the gate. Something that makes mods work together better. Unique pills. That other cheat engine thing. Helps music work. First person mode. Minimap, you kind of need this for just about everything. External item description, in case you're like me and you forget what everything does all the time. Better doors. Improved backdrops. Anti-birth stuff. Deep laboratories, whatever. Neko Forgotten. Vanilla monsters get resprites, just try to make them look more interesting. Greed mode. Ultra Greed becomes Senator Armstrong. Hotel Mario intro. The Binding of Pokemon. Legend. I'll probably do this for the next video. I'll do a challenge 45 with the Pokemon stuff getting all mixed up. Though this is a really big one, almost as well done and expansive as Fiend Folio and Deep Laboratories. Or Deep Labs, or Deep Laboratories. Binding of Undertale, Stalfos Mega Satan, reskin of like the Fallen or something. Fiend Folio, Alt Path in the Greed mode, a custom character called Andromeda, Ankas, Ragman, Anti-Birth stuff, lots and lots of Anti-Birth stuff, Final Fantasy boss, Madness Combat, Batman, titties, not safe for work titties, feet, Biblical Accurate Angels, Bochi the Tainted Rock, Bochi the Rock, new portraits, Fiend Folio but bosses, a new boss called Solus, a new boss called Joker, Beast becomes a cat, the bum boss becomes Wario, some more character stuff, a car, cat in the back planetarium, Cave Angler boss, Charging Chuck boss, Cleo Cobra, it's a boss, cool Filbert mod, it's okay, Dogma becomes a dog, Fiend Folio, warning that there's spikes in a room, or a dark bum, dark Esau is a girl, an anime, final level is darker, to be more spooky, Deep Lab music, Delirium, but more so this original version, when he first became a boss, I think an Afterbirth or something. Deliverance, it's a mod, it's obvious. Demonic Sigils, Devil Keys, Doki Doki, Literature Club, Doom soundtrack, Doom player sounds, Dr. Fetus synergies, a boss, Halo thing, a boss, a character. I made a playlist about this. Every floor mode lets you play through every floor in a single playthrough. Custom music and sounds. Self-explanatory. A thing that messes with the first couple floors of the game. Fashion souls, characters, music, synergies. Just some items and reskins and stuff. Stuff that messes with the first few floors. Props, Gigabomb synergies. The Beast becomes Goku. Goth stuff. Greed mode is improved. Madness Combat, Happy Spikes, Planetarium stuff, Hentai stuff, Horse Girls, Infected Mushroom soundtrack, Final Fantasy boss, Instant Fires and Poops, Item Pedestal overhaul, Items Greed Treasure Room, Madness Combat, a sort of a medieval jester boss. Yes, this is a JoJo reference. Mario, more of the books, Madness Combat, all of it's Madness Combat still, cats, a cool person in the shop, boss, Mega Satan turns into a cat, Mega Satan's in Greed mode, Mega Satan's got a better door, a character, a boss, most of the bosses turn into anime girls, The boss is a plushie of Hatsune Mikine, a custom character. This is Mixed Boss Collections Part 1 and 2. This gives like a plus 100 random bosses, but they're not guaranteed to be here. It'd be nice if you could like tweak the percentages of them showing up. More giant props, easier to see the tennis skull, a mod that turns the mark to look like Markiplier, Nekos, lots of cat stuff. Neko. I don't even remember what this is. A Final Fantasy boss, Pizza Tower, Planetarium Chance, Final Fantasy, special tweaks to Repentance boss champions, Retribution, and Revelations, both interesting mods of their own. Reverie bosses, this adds like 50 or some odd random new bosses that would probably kick my ass. I don't know, maybe we can get that to load. We turn off the mixed bosses, and of course, like I said, this changes bosses. Both these add new bosses, items, floors, enemies, skins. Maybe I'll try to show that off. More rooms for feed folio. Another boss, a character, anti-birth. Characters, music. Evangelion, Spider, Menu, Star Satan. Mushrooms. Something that changed the first few floors based off another video game that Edmund Millen made. Changed mushrooms. Final Fantasy, anti-birth. Bochi the Rock, Reshaken mod, a thing, Final Fantasy, Madness Combat, something. This makes where you don't have to get to boss rush or hush at a certain amount of time because it takes forever to play things. Makes you do faster at the slot machine, so I don't think you win anymore. Madness Combat stuff, I don't even remember. Ultra Greed's a girl. Unique Lyrium, Boss Door, Custom Siren, Planetariums, Spooky's Jump Scare, Better Devils, and the Bochi's Coins. You guys can read. The Bozo Clown's better. Peter Griffin, External Item Description, a Custom Boss, no, the Freddy Jump Scare, Greedier Bosses, a Madness Combat thing. Vampire Survivors, whatever this is. It's a cat. It's an anime girl. Madness Combat. I don't even remember. A cat. Bombs. Boss. Purple. Cats. Chainsaw Devil Dude Man. Evangelion. Skrillex. A tennis ball. More portrait stuff. Epiphany. Let's see if I can show off the Reverie bosses in the bestiary. Or not. I don't know if it's going to crash. Just gonna. Come on. I did see, like, some things look different, I think. I'm not sure. No, you're not gonna show me the Reverie bosses here. I at least want to show off one of them. This just turned into like, hey guys, I got mods. This is what the mods do. These are the mods I suggest to people. You guys should try these mods. Damn it. Deck cards. Nope. Crashed. At least OBS is okay. on. God mode. No. 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 Thank you. Okay. You're not who I'm here to see. Be nice if like the mods let you tweak how likely you are to see the custom bosses and stuff. I understand it's meant to be a little flavor to add to the extra game, but what if I just want like 5 pounds of whipped cream on my pumpkin pie? It's like, oh, you put in a mod to do Reverie bosses. Okay, let's not have them show up. Does that like just add to it? No, it just turns it off. Okay. There we go. But like I said, MG texture mod gives you a bunch of anime girls. The mixed monsters mods part 1 and 2 give you like plus 100 mods. That's just like a bunch of robots and shit. There's a Reverie boss. It's an umbrella. That's Japanese, I guess. I'll let you do a few attacks. Oh, there's a girl holding it. Is she a ghost? Do I get to see her at any point? I don't know. And of course, you can just look it up in the Steam Workshop on, Steam and Isaac, and it'll, the mod will show you all the different characters. Like here's a necro spider. It's a spider. Hi. You gonna come out at all? Get out here. I'm here to see you, not for you to hide in the wall. Obviously, you can't have most of these mods on at the same time, otherwise they override each other or just crash your game. Not here to see you, Gertie. Admin Villain's like, I spent so long working on this boss. And I'm like, yeah. Everyone's already seen it, though. 5,000 times. And also, I understand I have the every floor mode on, so maybe that's interfering with it. Maybe. I'm just gonna stand here and be asleep as I just hold down the shoot button. You know, not having the there's no rush mod on and every floor mode would make it. Well, it wouldn't matter because every floor would still let you fight high. You know what? Fine, whatever. I'm just here for the bosses that are part of the mod that I have turned on. Like, that's something that mods should have. Granted, I understand whoever made Reverie mode Moss Man, just like whoever made the Reverie bosses. Like, there should be some way to tweak it to where I see only your bosses if I want to do that. Like, where I can go in and just say, okay, I want, like, we'll just have a list of every boss available normally in Repentance and every boss available because of the mod. And that's the thing. That's my advice to the Reverie boss or the mod. And everyone's like, well, that's, you know, not the purpose of the mod. I'm just saying, what if there was a way to just, heck, it could be a whole new mod person do it, where it shows. And I understand there's a whole lot of things this could apply to. I'm not taking the time to fight you. But what if there was a mod that just, let's say we just called it the percentages mod or something, or the ego mod or whatever. Percentages ego mod. It basically showed you like your percentage chance. Like, say if you're playing with Reverie mod, the percentage chance that your Reverie bosses will show up, and the percentage chance that a normal Binding of Isaac Repentance boss will show up. And you could like tweak that to say, okay, I want to make it 100% chance, you know, the Reverie bosses show up, and I don't want the normal bosses to show up at all. Maybe just a 1% chance. And like there are certain bosses like, and heck, you could even make it to where, okay, the highest you can make something is 99%, the lowest is 1%. That way you're always required, like there's a chance it could be something else. That way you're always a chance of being surprised. Heck, I like the bosses in the NES game 1987, Dragon's Spirit: The New Legend. But yeah, if I had to suggest mods, like I said, just make it where you like tweak the percentages of certain things in a mod showing up. And I'd say the rules mod definitely gives a lot of freedom and allows for a lot of things I never even really properly showed off. But I mean, a lot of the mods, like the mod config menu and custom stage API and mod compatibility hack and music mod callback and this one and minimap, are kind of required for most mods to work. But mods I would suggest, obviously, Deep Labs and Fiend Folio are really huge. Now, I understand there's a lot of really cool reskins, and there's some, if you just want to play normal Isaac, like not have Deep Labs or Fiend Folio on, you can turn the improved backdrops, improved doors, and some resprites on, and that'll give you quite a bit of a different experience. And of course, there's using the debug console, like I've shown, as well as the rules mod for cheating or altering the game. First person mode is fun, but it is incredibly difficult, so you do need to be cheating if you want to be able to win. External item descriptions are good if you just have shitty fucking memory. Better doors, improved backdrops. That'd be stuff too. So I'd say one good way to play it would be just play the game normally, the way Edmund McMillan designed it. But if you wanted to, you could just like turn on, you know, some resprites and some improved backdrops. Maybe a couple little flavor things here and there.
I would say any of the stuff that's anti-birth stuff that's labeled specifically anti-birth, I would suggest like get all the anti-birth stuff you can and just turn on anti-birth and nothing else. Otherwise, everything else will basically override it or conflict with it. There's lots of like Neko stuff which is interesting. Or Senator Armstrong hotel like intros, a custom like oh you make Mega Satan Astolfo or Binding of Undertale. I do strongly suggest Deep Laboratories and Fiendfolio. And of course, Fiendfolio has like multiple additional mods come with it, like Fiendfolio bosses, Fiendfolio boss rush, Fiendfolio extra rooms. So I would say get a bunch of different mods, but try to get ones that work together well. Because like I said, if you're going to do stuff anti-birth, just do the anti-birth, nothing else. Some of it's custom characters that don't really affect anything. Some of it's just like, okay, Ragman's now the Anka character. Though everyone's just going to think about that as a hentai version. But that one's not hentai. This is Madness Combat. There's quite a few Madness Combat mods that should just be used together. This is Batman. It's just a little scene transition thing. Bestie, I think, is the best version of the Beast in terms of custom skins. But there is an NSFW version of it, but you can't show that on YouTube. Biblically Accurate Angels, some Bochi stuff. Portrait of Fiendfolio is good. There's a bunch of like tons of bosses. This turns the Beast into a cat. I have other things that turn the Beast into a cat, but other cats. Yeah, there's just tons of. Now this is its own separate mod. I would do it on its own, but it's okay. But it's a little interesting at times. This is its own mod that should be done by itself. It's okay. Doki Doki Repentance is very interesting. Definitely if you are a fan of Doki Doki Literature Club. More synergies is always good. I mean, it's always good to have more synergies. This is something I did on playlist of. It's interesting. This lets you play. Granted, it makes a bit of a long playthrough, but it lets you play through every floor and every boss. So it takes a little bit longer, but it's actually pretty fun. I would strongly suggest this mod. This is custom music and stuff. It's interesting. Change the first few floors. It's a work in progress. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna turn on the Pokemon thing because I'll do that next with the challenge 45. Where is that? Okay, Pokemon. Kind of attempt to turn the Bochi stuff back on for it. Yeah, sure. So we'll have Pokemon and Bochi and tits. Well, not literal tits, because, can't show nipples. Also, even though you can see Bestia in the bestiary, if you have this turned on, yes, she will be fully naked in that one as well. So, I can't show you guys that. I turned on the Pokemon thing, right? Can't remember. Yes. This one's cool. Makes her into an anime girl, though technically Deep Labs does that too, but it's like a robot anime girl. I made a video where I made a first person, made like 1,000 of these, and there was just thousands of dark Esau, she saw anime girls jumping on top of me over and over. Yes, I made a horny harem video. This is interesting on its own, but it's a bit complicated. This one, also, I would say the same. It's interesting but complicated. Music, characters, synergies. This one's like Fashion Souls. This one's interesting, especially the first few floors. I would say if you play this, play it by itself. Same way like later on the Future mod or the Boiler mod, they should be by themselves without any other mods. Synergies, Goku's Beast, Heaven's Call is really good. It gives you extra planetarium stuff, extra planets, extra bosses with planetariums. That's pretty cool. Infected Mushroom's a great band. War Scrolls. This one's just a convenience, quality of life thing. Fires and poops get destroyed in one shot no matter what. Like I said, the madness combat stuff's cool. This one I just like having on all the mods. It doesn't seem to conflict with anything, and it's just nice to have in the shops. Yeah. This turns all of them into anime girls. I like this beast one too. This is a cool character. These are interesting. Mixed boss collection part 1 and 2, but I would have both of them turned on. And I would probably have all the other mods turned off unless they're like just quality of life mods. Markiplier's cool. He sounds like Serge Tonkian from System Down, and I've actually tried to do a bunch of karaoke of Serge Tonkian. I do not sound like Serge Tonkian. Lots of cat stuff. I don't even remember. Pizza Tower's interesting. I watched this bald British dude play it. He was hilarious doing that. A lot of this adds to the repentance stuff. That's cool. Retribution's a cool mod. Do it by itself though. It gets overridden by just about everything else. Same with Revelations Chapter 2. Reverie boss is what we had on, but it didn't really get to show much. I got to show a couple of them, like the Umbrella anime girl thing that was but yeah, it's interesting, but it's on its own. But I'd be interested like Reverie bosses if you could tweak to make them more common, so I could see, I could just turn off the normal bosses and just have Reverie bosses. More stuff, Fiend Folio, more bosses, characters. Yeah, this one by itself is okay. Anti-birth floors, like I said. If you had anti-birth, you want to have all the anti-birth stuff together. Binding of Bochi the Rock. Reshaken's interesting, but use it by itself. There's no rush, I strongly suggest, because I take so long playing the game even normally, that it makes it where you don't need the time limit requirement to go to boss rush or hush. Like I said, lots of this madness combat stuff. Or just small reskins for little things. Like this is just like the little clown character that you have. The bozo hat item. The turns your cloud. It just makes it look cooler. I think it's like digital circus thing, if I remember right. Lots of cat stuff. More Portrait and Epiphany. So, interesting stuff. Like I said, that's the main thing I would say about the Reverie boss or the other bosses. I'd like to be able to just see those bosses. Just because those are really cool bosses. But yeah, we'll go and call that a video of me just explaining. Yeah.